Hello, everybody. We're currently
we gotta start
we're 3 deep.
No, we're live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook.
Hello, Facebook. Have you deleted your Facebook yet, so you can't watch us anymore yet?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so can we figure out how to
yet.
do YouTube?
We now have YouTube Live, by the way, everyone.
Here's the thing: is that I don't think the software that we're using will let us stream two things at the same time. I don't think so.
I mean,
but
if everyone's going to protest and we can no longer have Facebook.
What if we did something where we could
like? Gonna happen.
What if we could find a way to get another computer to stream the Facebook stream to YouTube Live?
Can you go to Restream?
We could actually do that.
We can stream to
like
YouTube,
OBS
though.
it.
Yeah, you'd OBS
with this software.
OBS
can you do Restream.io?
Why don't we do no?
Does it let you enter?
It says custom.
I think we should do that. I hear you saying, Zach. I think we should.
We might be able to do Restream, and then we could go to a whole bunch of different.
Okay, let's do something that's going to be interesting to our listeners.
No, I'm just saying that next time we do YouTube or we do Facebook, then we get another computer to OBS the Facebook stream.
Why don't we just use Restream? It does all that for you.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying if his software doesn't do it.
I don't think it does.
We'll get it figured out.
Well, you can go to a custom one, right?
It says custom RTMP. I don't know what that means.
Then we can go to Restream.io.
Are you deleting your Facebook?
That's the big question.
I forgot
Are you
to
deleting
share
your
this.
Facebook?
So that's the topic for today is why you should delete your Facebook.
No, okay.
Anyway, yeah, welcome to Beers of the Round Table. So what are we doing today? Oh, today we've got these adult root beer floats.
It's a little bit different.
Made by Zach and myself.
Yeah, it's different is the word.
Do you guys still have ice cream in yours?
Interesting.
A little bit, but the alcohol has definitely melted it off.
I think
Tonight's recipe is currently using 1 ounce of bourbon of your choice, 1 ounce of root flavored liqueur, 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, and then between what you're feeling like that day, either Not Your Father's or Coney Island root beer for that alcoholic flavor at the end, or St. Arnold's root beer as well.
See, honestly, I think everybody here at the table. Did anybody else get St. Arnold's root beer, or are we all drinking Not Your Father's?
I think Bobby got St. Arnold's.
You got St. Arnold's?
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's just like I'm drinking an alcohol slushy right here.
Yeah,
I feel like I need some non-alcoholic flavor in this thing.
That's why I did that. That's exactly the reason why I did that.
Hey guys, save it for the review at the end.
Yeah, well, okay.
So who is our topic master?
I am, actually. I'm the topic master, which seems like I haven't been one in a long time.
I don't think so.
Oh God!
Hey, what is that? What is that?
Man,
I just wanted to watch us while we are doing us.
Those speakers sound brilliant, though.
They actually sound really
what
good.
phone is that?
That is a Google.
You shills. Bobby, go.
So today I just wanted to talk about there's a lot of we live in 2018, technology's booming, and I've also you look back at the times, a lot of technologies have died, and I'm curious to know you guys' opinions on which technologies you think are going out of the window currently, that are going out the door right now, and which ones that have already died that you really miss and which would come back.
Do we have to talk about dead technologies that we miss, or can we just talk about dead technologies that should be dead?
I miss
Either.
8-track.
Blockbuster.
You don't like Blockbuster?
I mean,
Well, it's obsolete now because it's streaming.
Yeah, so it should have been dead.
But then again, that's fair. I was gonna you wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, you see the memes. It's like, oh, you remember what a lit night used to be, and it was like Blockbuster.
Because it was like an event,
getting a video game.
Yeah, drive to Blockbuster.
Yeah, it was an event.
Don't forget the Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
There was nothing better than whenever your parents said yes to go in and rent a game for you, man.
Oh, yeah,
on
that was the
N64. Dude, that was a great night. You got all A's on your report card? Yeah, that's right. You're gonna go get yourself a game.
That was how I discovered
a game for 3 nights.
You know what was great was whenever you'd sit there and you'd lose the game and have to keep the game for another couple nights while you try to find it, and your parents would get a little upset. But guess what? You'd bring it back out and play it a couple more times. I don't know if any of y'all did that, but
I mean, I don't think I'd be able to get away with
So,
that.
do you guys? I'm actually curious.
We actually didn't have a Blockbuster. We had a Hollywood Video.
I'm so sorry.
no, those weren't bad.
Yeah,
Those were
not
still
bad.
pretty
That's
decent.
And then we had what was that? GameX Crazy connected to it.
Yeah.
And then when I bought my GameCube there, they gave me 12 free rentals, like a year's worth of rentals to Hollywood Video, and so like I think
So wait, 12 rentals is a year's worth?
Well,
Crazy,
it was
One a
one a month. Yeah, exactly, one a month.
A year's worth. I'd be written like 20 movies a week, dude.
Right. So yeah, it was
Ripping that shit.
once a month, and I think I rented Kingdom Hearts 2 like 4 or 5 times in order to beat it.
How long could you keep it?
I think it was 5 days or something like that.
So you had like a 5-day stint of Kingdom Hearts once a month
Yeah.
for a year.
Wow.
Well, hey,
Oh,
it's
no,
still
really what I
better
would
than
do-
2 days, 3 days at Redbox.
Hey,
I mean, in all
similar
honesty.
similar to that, what I actually missed is GameFly. You guys remember GameFly?
I do remember GameFly.
Dead?
It's still around.
That came
Is it
out
still
around the
around?
same
yeah,
time
it's
as
still
Netflix.
around.
Wow.
I still hear commercials for it on different
I thought it was
podcasts.
completely dead.
I came really close at one point. I'm sorry.
I remember they had the.
I
orange
came really
box.
close at one point to like trying a subscription for that.
I did actually whenever the 360 first came out. It was nice.
I don't remember why I didn't.
I did it because there was a game that I wanted and Blockbuster didn't have it or Hollywood Video didn't have it, and I was like,
But GameFly did.
GameFly did.
Nice.
They had like 6 copies, and I was like, you guys are.
6 copies.
I need it. Give me one. And
all right.
It was awesome.
Moving on from
And Bobby rented 6 copies.
I did.
moving on from Blockbuster, Bobby, what do you miss, man?
Man, I miss Tamagotchi.
Wait, what?
Tamagotchi?
You're talking about the keychain, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Is that
Was that the one where that you could let it die, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep it alive.
See,
Oh,
like,
shit,
because
I
I
did
remember.
have
But
one
can
of
you really
those.
consider that a dead technology? Is Tamagotchi a technology?
Dude, they literally died. They've all died.
Or they'd move away. They'd leave you for neglecting
Oh,
them.
wait. I remember that Tamagotchi came out with an app, at least on iOS.
Oh, really?
They did,
Not
yeah.
the same.
Weird.
Not the same.
Well, yeah, it's not the same.
It's
It's
not,
No,
yeah,
man.
'cause you used to have the little
You just
guy.
on your phone. It's like, oh, Tamagotchi. Hey, man, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna pet you. Facebook notification. Immersion just completely ruined. Like,
Oh,
Guys,
I get on PUBG, and then, oh, God, I'm fighting bots. And
dude.
dude,
We'll talk about PUBG Mobile in a minute.
moment of silence for those Nintendo dogs, you know?
Why you do that to me, man?
But
Bro,
I'm pretty sure
I
those
just-
couldn't
Dude, I
die.
had
They can't die.
Nintendogs.
They can't, but
they
they,
get
haven't
really
been
sad.
fed in a so...
Nintendo wouldn't let you go through that.
They get all
heartbreak.
dirty.
Yeah,
and
they get all dirty.
They get
They
fleas.
get fleas and they get mad at you, and they like don't pay attention to you.
They don't obey.
Man,
you.
that actually makes me even sadder right there. I actually feel really... I don't even have a DS. I've never
I
even
still
had
do.
a DS.
I still do.
I remember Nintendo.
I have one.
That was a good game.
My little brother had Nintendo dogs. That was pretty dope. I'm going to go home and hug my dog at the end of this.
Oh
Man.
no, like I kind of miss Club Penguin as well. That's cool.
I never got into that.
Me neither, but I thought
I mean,
it was
on,
funny.
I remember getting in, I value edited stuff to where, like,
That's
any
why I
of
liked
the
it.
things that would give you, like, 1 coin, I got, like, 10,000 coins. And so I
on
was
that
a rich
vein
penguin.
of caring for virtual, I guess, pets.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Sonic Adventure Battle 2 with the
yeah, the
chows.
chows.
Dude, I still have that game.
I have that game on Steam. It is so good.
I've got it on the GameCube still. I think.
I might
I have
even rebuy it on
GameCube
Steam.
and I
dude.
have it on Steam.
Well, my thing is that, dude, I don't think I've ever seen any sadder part in any video game than whenever you try to release your Chow and it plays that sad little song, do, 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 do. And it's like you're sitting there and it's like the little Chow with his little handkerchief or whatever. What is that called that the hobos use?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to be let go, and it plays the sad music, and you're like, God, I need a more powerful Chow, though. You suck, man.
Knapsack? Is that
And
what you're
then,
talking
like,
about?
if you...
Like a knapsack?
A
Yeah,
nap- yeah, yeah.
knapsack. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then if you didn't take care of it, it would, like, get surrounded by, like, a gray...
Cloud,
Like, a
sad
gray thing. Like, it was evolving, but then it would just go... It would just disappear.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's when they,
the
quote,
fog
died.
The fog would take him. Just gone.
Dude, I don't...
But then you could jump out of each of those Chow worlds and, like, go away and, like, see the thing from, like, a 3D perspective. It was cool.
That's
I
actually
always
kinda
made
cool.
the really dark evil chows
Oh, yeah.
in the little underworld place.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Everything
dude.
will be okay. That's where that came
You
from.
throw him against the wall
If you
repeatedly,
pet him with tails, he says, everything will be okay. Yeah.
He's
and
like,
then you go
"Stop."
take him to fight, and then they do the
Shadow
roundhouse kit, you know?
Shadow just goes,
Dude, you're...
and then Knuckles goes, there. So what does Sonic say?
I forgot.
I don't even remember what
I didn't
Sonic
ever
said.
play as Sonic.
All right!
Who the hell
Gotta
even
go
likes
fast.
Oh, God.
No, like what is it? There's one that I'm actually. What's this one that's I think it's gonna die? I had 10 by 10. Oh, 3D TVs. No,
Dude, yeah, that's a
There's-
good one.
there's-
Did those even live?
3D
I
movies
think it's still
too, I
around.
feel like.
Yeah, I feel
Sony
like
was
Are they still
pushing
around?
them
I
for a
don't-
long time.
I don't really
but-
see like
They were
I-
around
It was
for,
gimmicky,
like,
dude.
Yeah, I was just like in Best Buy like the other day, and I don't really
That
remember
it
seeing
was
like
a
any like 3D
super
and
TVs.
thing.
this is kind of
It's dumb because like you have to wear the glasses every time you want to watch it.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
The problem is that right there, because the thing is that whenever you have to add an extra accessory onto your peripheral or whatever the case may be, because that's what it is. A TV is just a peripheral. It's not an actual object itself. You're really just taken away from the entire experience. Like, people pay for convenience, man. I mean, like, in all seriousness.
Like the only thing that really kind of came good out of like 3D TVs, which I mean, obviously this didn't even catch on itself. I think it was Sony that had a 3D TV where you could use it for split screen gaming, where like two people watching the same TV, like you each have
Oh,
a
the
full,
Sony
complete
TV.
screen.
Quite literally. The
Yeah.
PlayStation TV was what it was. Or
Yeah.
no, not PlayStation TV. It was... There was literally
Yeah, I
like a
remember that.
display for it where you could like
Yeah. Right.
actually have it like
But like
that.
like
Yeah.
you two people would be sitting next to each other playing split screen on the same TV, but each one felt like they were watching the entire TV.
I thought that was innovative, man. I
Yeah.
thought it was really
Yeah.
Like
innovative.
that was really interesting that they did that with the 3D tech. Like that's I feel like the only useful thing for a 3D TV.
Right.
But obviously it didn't really catch on that well. You don't really see many TVs going after that.
Also, like I felt like that was a really big gimmick for the 3DS because 3DS is cool, but most of the time when I play with 3DS, I'm just like, I'm gonna just turn the 3D off.
Well, Nintendo doesn't agree with you. That's not a dying console, man. They're still releasing.
I know,
shit
but
for
it's
the-
like I don't think
3DS.
I don't think there's gonna
in
be
their
any more 3D
direct, they just
consoles.
announced like 6 more games coming to the.
I mean,
Well,
like, I
and
never
it's-
had the
it's a-
3D off. I just had it like really low.
I usually just turn it. When I'm
It's
playing like Animal
not
Crossing or
bad.
something, it's not bad. But I'm playing like Animal Crossing, I'll just turn it off. But I'm playing like an action game, like yeah.
It's just
I'll
hard on
max
your
it out.
eyes, though, is
yeah.
the problem.
This is
I had
interesting.
it. I'm considering getting a 2DS to like finish up the last few games.
You can just borrow my 3DS, dude.
I have a 3DS, but I want the 2DS because I never use the 3D.
Does it give you better battery life if you get the 2DS instead of the 3DS?
It has a bigger screen.
I want the new.
I have an original 3DS.
Yeah, me too. I want the new 3DS, like the one with the dual.
Right.
Original fat DS.
My brother's got one of those, I think.
Really?
With a
I think
decal
so.
on it.
It's lucky.
Yeah.
I want that, but I don't have it.
All right, so I'm thinking CDs because I don't know if you guys heard, but Best Buy isn't going to sell audio CDs anymore.
But they
No,
still
are
sell
you saying
records.
Like you can't go in there to buy the latest hottest music on CD anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, who buys CDs like that anyway?
Well,
Like,
but
Exactly.
that's kind of
That's
what
why
I'm
they're
saying.
dying.
It's like
Yeah,
it's a
people-
dying.
but vinyl
Physical
came
media.
back from the dead.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause vinyl
It
is
did,
amazing.
but it's not even as big as it was.
Yeah,
That's
not.
true.
Well,
It's
no,
a niche
I actually
market.
saw something that like vinyl has been like outselling CD sales.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, because everybody
I have a
else has
record player.
Spotify if you want to listen to the latest.
Yeah.
Dude, we were
Well-
just listening to the new Wendy's mixtape before we
Well, because like, see,
Wendy's
the
mixtape.
thing is like, people are listening to vinyl because they
pay
want,
up Wendy's.
they want the vinyl quality.
Right.
But,
well,
but nobody sits there and say, I want to listen to a CD for that nice CD quality. Because like what you're downloading from the internet now is higher quality than what was on the CDs.
right, and that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like the compression that you have to. Well, there is actually CDs that are compressionless.
Yeah.
But you have to have a special CD player to play those types
Well,
of
because
CDs.
it's also a special audio format.
Right, exactly. But yeah, it's like who wants to have that compressed music when Spotify is streaming, even the unpaid version is streaming at a higher quality than what you get on those CDs. And other than like maybe game consoles, if you're a gamer, like freaking cars now aren't even like adding CD players in it anymore. And stuff
I've got a
like-
CD player in my 2016 Mazda.
I do not have one in my 2015 Ram.
How about 2012?
Yeah.
I guess it
got one
depends
in,
on the
mine-
manufacturer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's
it depends on
2013.
the manufacturer, but I've heard like it's just a thing that people are not using anymore because you can just audio jack or Bluetooth.
I have aux and I have XM and HD radio, but I don't have a CD player.
Can somebody monitor our comments? I'm not getting it on my software
Oh
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think. Well, what's interesting though is like CDs are like they are the one thing that will store things that will last the longest.
Yeah.
but
True.
it as an audio and video form. Well, I mean, I guess we still have DVDs, but
Yeah, but I wonder if so they're going to stop selling audio CDs,
Correct.
like artists that released audio CDs. I wonder if they're going to keep selling like blank CDs.
probably.
I'm sure.
I think for sure.
Well, I think blank CDs would take up less like retail space than audio CDs obviously would.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just the fact that they're like cutting that whole audio section out of all the Best Buys. is just
You got to wonder
crazy.
what they're going to put in its place.
I know, right?
Puppies.
Because like
Hey.
those areas used to take up like a ton of space.
Hey, to all listeners, happy National Puppy Day, actually.
I remember going
back to
down the aisles of audio CDs and browsing them.
The disappearance of physical media is something that's been affecting the music industry for a while now, and it's a big talking point in the music industry. Is how do you make that money that you used to have by having to purchase physical media when you just go to
because the money that they
streaming.
make off streaming services is nothing.
But from what
Exactly.
I understand, it was never you never made money off the album. You made money. Well, I guess not every case, but most cases, you made money off of touring and actually going out.
Yeah, that's still true.
As
Yeah.
opposed to, I mean, I guess there are the albums that went triple platinum or whatever, blah blah blah. That yes, you would have definitely made money off of that, but you never really made money off of releasing the music. It was going out there and actually playing for your fans.
That's very true. Yeah.
Or the
Yeah, and
contracts you
that
signed.
kind of goes into what I think is actually going to die soon, which is actual live performances. Which
Really?
is-
No
yeah.
way, dude.
I think it's going to happen,
There-
dude.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like I
Okay,
was just in
to
Austin
be-
for the end of South by Southwest. The live scene is crazy.
The live scene is it's good,
it's
but I
good.
think eventually,
I think, yeah, I
I think
kind of agree with
eventually
that.
it's going to die.
I think eventually it's going to get to a point where there's nothing like a live show. Okay, I will agree with that, hands down. Like there's shows I've been to, and they're like it's amazing. They're good things. You should definitely go to a show if you've been one in like a while, or if you've never been, go to one. But I think eventually, it actually might just die out.
I think kind of the way it's going to go is maybe, people won't be going out as much. Like people won't be like going to a concert.
For
But
one particular band, but maybe festivals though.
festivals maybe, but
Festivals I
also
can see still happening.
that you're like at an event and there's live music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the live music isn't the main focus of the
Exactly,
event,
yeah.
but there's still music there.
It's not
That's
like,
what I agree with.
No,
I
you
mean,
guys are
I'm
wrong.
thinking like
I
him.
completely disagree with you guys.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Scott on that one because the thing is that the thing about going out to shows, I don't think live shows will die in regards to. I mean, maybe less people will go to live shows, but they'll never die. And the thing is that live shows are not dying; they're more evolving into these large festivals that are popping up in every single state. Because the thing is that you can get more people out there to view your music, and people get more of a value for paying a larger price tag and seeing all those other people and stuff like that. And it's just the changing of times. Not all of us have money to spend
True.
$80 to go see one single Guns N' Roses concert or some random shit like
my
that.
brother's band, the Millbrook Estates, is going on a tour next month. Like, there's
MillbrookEstates.com.
yes, soon millbrookestates.com
Very
is
soon.
coming.
Well, even
plug.
Den Local's moniker.
No, they're coming.
is-
They're
touring,
playing
yeah.
in Denton on their tour. Like,
They are, yeah.
So
Wait,
it's
what?
like
When?
I don't have the exact date.
Uh-huh.
I'm still building that page. I don't. I'm still building the
I know, I'm
page.
messing
But
with
yes,
you.
I will have the date soon once I'm done with the website.
MillbrookEstates.com.
But
Plug.
yeah, like
A product of Flipboard Studios.
Yeah.
Plug.
there's no way the live scene's dying. It's only getting stronger just because people have so much more access to music that all of a sudden it's like, that band I just found on Spotify.
Wait.
Oh shit! It says right here on their Spotify they're playing in my city. I'm gonna go see them.
Hey, that goes along with my idea. a
I
little
agree
bit.
with you,
Counterpoint.
That's
Scott.
a good point. but
Counterpoint.
Here's kind of what I meant. I mean, not like meant, but I kind of want to specify a little bit. I think as long as the authenticity of the performer is still there, as in they're actually still playing their instruments, they're not like a pop person, or they're not like singing
halftime
over
show.
a track or a halftime show. Exactly. I think then it will live.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it goes the way
goes-
that nobody is authentic anymore, nobody's playing, nobody really
Are you
feels.
talking about
But how do
EDM
you-
kind of shit?
How do you feel about it? Because you are an actual artist. Like, would you ever be that unauthentic person, or is every show you are going to give it your 100?
I would never play a show where they ask me to play to a recording.
Exactly. That's so you.
Dude, that's so
you
bad.
are
But
saying,
if they pay
but-
people enough,
but-
I believe they would.
I mean, like your thing is that like people are gonna be listening to like some band on Spotify and be like, oh, hey, look, they're gonna be touring soon, and like on Spotify. Now, me personally, when I'm listening to something on Spotify, I click play on Spotify and then I hide the window.
oh
I
no,
never look
I
at it
don't do
again.
that, man.
But that's you.
That's
problem with you.
My problem with Spotify.
But I do too, man. I mean,
My
in all
problem with
honesty,
Spotify-
That's you too, but that's not everybody.
No, it's like
That's a
when
decent
I
amount
find
of
a new
people.
band,
That's
I'm
two out
like,
of
Two
five.
people is a decent amount of
2
people.
out of 5.
when-
2 out of
when
5 here at the table.
So you and Scott
Yeah,
are
wait,
going to
okay.
single-handedly carry the live music industry.
No, we are the
Jeez.
sample out of a larger demographic, and that's
You're
the
gonna
thing.
be at
No,
like
no,
a
okay.
20,000 seat
This is what I personally do, and I bet
stadium,
you Zach.
and it's
does the
just
exact
Zach and
same thing.
Scott
No.
in the pit.
No, like I hear something.
We're just
new-
gonna be moshing, just beating the shit out of each other.
when I hear something new, and it's like, there's like been 3 songs by this band I like. I go and I look them up. I'm like, all right, and I like read about their whole history. I'm like, where did this band come from? Like, how have I never heard from it? Yeah, like I know, it's
Dude,
Zach
I'm
does
trying
the
to go to
exact
Kid
same
Cruel or King Cruel this next month to go see them play. And to be honest with you, I didn't really know much about the guy besides I'd heard him from a couple of friends, and then I saw it on Spotify, and then I saw it on Facebook and all that other stuff. And soon we may not have Facebook very much any longer. That'll be a later topic. But the thing is that I found out about that from there, and I found out about the last Portugal the Man concert that was playing over at where was that at? The Bomb Factory in Deep Ellum from Spotify, not from the radio or not from their website. And it was just because I was listening to music as usual, and I went to go check out the artist page and stuff like that, and that was like the first thing that popped up whenever I was going through and trying to find their albums.
That's all fine and dandy, but that's just 2 samples
Out of a group of 5.
Very big,
Out of 5.
pool.
Our pool is 5 right here.
Okay, yeah, but our 5 people right here are probably not a very indicative sample of the greater thing that we're talking about here.
Then your opinion is not very vindicative of the rest of the sample size as well.
What? Damn, son, where'd you find this? No, like
Just saying it as it is.
I disagree with you.
I gotta throw something into that too. Actually, like I didn't know that Dillinger Escape Plan they were gonna break up until like their new album came out on Spotify. And it's like, this is the last album. I was like, what do you mean the last album? I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's like, oh, this is the last album. And I looked it up, and they're splitting. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they had the tour dates on there. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to one of these shows. I want to see them. So I went, and I had a good time. It was fun. But what Joseph was saying is,
Suck it,
I don't
Brad.
think the live scene's gonna completely
This will
die
be just
out.
for the live streamers.
Eat an egg.
I don't think the live scene is gonna completely die out unless it goes the way of like Lil Wayne playing like guitar on stage.
Oh God!
Oh yes,
Like that.
best guitar solo ever.
Oh, it's horrible.
Dude, and that's the other thing too, is that whenever you go and you see a live show, and I'm gonna refer back to Moniker for this. They're one of my favorite local Denton bands here. And they've been around for a while now. If you go to their live show, you can go visit their Spotify page. And their Spotify page, they've got some awesome hits over there. Sounds really great. But one of their star guys is their bassist. And whenever you go in there and you go watch him play live, he is really just a phenomenal bassist. And the bass solos aren't seen in any other song. And that's the thing, is that you know that he's practiced this and he saved it for the actual live performance.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you see little bits and pieces that you wouldn't see elsewhere. It's like watching the Blu-ray and then getting the actual extended cut of Lord of the Rings, and you see all those little extra parts that go in there.
But you told us earlier this evening that you don't like Lord of the Rings.
No, I like Lord of the Rings. I just don't think that it's 5 stars like everybody fucking says it is.
But you says it's mediocre. Do you really like mediocre things, Zach?
No, I don't like mediocre things.
So you don't like Lord of the
necessarily.
Rings.
Quit putting words in my mouth, you fucker. No, you know what I also said is that I think that that's a 5-star lore and world. And guess what? It is. It is. The movies build the world. So, all right. Deal with it. So, anyways,
All right, so what medium do you think is dying?
what medium
That's
do I
quite-
think
quite
is
a
dying?
debate here.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Hey, you know what I think is dying actually?
What?
Windows phones.
Oh, yeah.
Windows
They're
Phone-
already gone.
But
dude.
yeah, I haven't seen anyone carrying.
Yeah, I mean, it's
2017.
honestly
Nokia's already moved on to fucking Android.
it's honestly hit a point where pretty much the only people who have Windows phones are people who actually work for Windows.
Well, yeah, like because there was the time that I went to that Windows hackathon,
Right.
and
yeah.
I won the Windows Phone, and within 4 hours,
yeah.
within 4 hours of using that Windows Phone, I decided to sell it.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
Damn.
Damn,
my-
he's like
my
burning
first-
everything tonight,
my
dude.
first-
This is like the fucking pyro technic of the
Brad,
show
what are you
tonight.
drinking, man?
I'm drinking this weird ass root
He's
beer.
drinking propane, dude. Propane and propane
Is that why you're
accessories.
so
That's why
mad?
he's spitting straight fire,
That's
man.
why he's so mad right now.
My first smartphone was a Windows 8 phone, and I actually liked it a whole lot. It's nothing against their operating system. It's just they've been so slow to adopt things that iOS,
Features and stuff wise?
features
Okay.
that iOS and Android
you know
had
what?
forever.
You know what pissed me off the most?
Oh, here he
about
goes
that phone?
again. Here he goes again.
Hey,
All right, put your fire suits on.
guys.
What pissed me off the most about that phone is that there was a hardware search button. Now, the average person would think that if I hit this, I can search my contacts, bookmarks, random ass things like that. No, that was a hardware button for Bing.
Oh God.
You hit that button and it launched Bing.
Guys. Okay,
course.
what root beer is Brad drinking?
He's drinking
doing
not your father's in there.
Is he a father?
Oh.
Shit,
That's
dude.
why he's so angry right now. Maybe we fucked up, guys. All right,
He's gonna Hulk out and flip the table by the end of the cast, dude.
Brad, you can't. Don't drink that, man. Brad,
Don't do it, dude. Evie's crying back there, dude. Hear your daughter. She doesn't want to see you like this.
I had a Windows
Oh
phone.
no!
I had a Windows phone once.
Okay.
Yeah, it was before they got better, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It was very crappy still though, and
Well, was that because they had like
it was like Windows. I don't even know what mobile version it was, but it was like it still looked like the desktop.
yeah, they had like a Windows 7 one, I think, at one point.
Yeah,
I think it
Yeah,
was just
for
called
a
Windows
second.
Mobile.
Oh, it was called Windows. Okay.
guess
Yeah,
that's what
dude,
it
that
was.
was my first one, I think, because
That's-
I stole my dad's like Dash. Not like I actually stole it, but I mean, like I used to play with it like
this
all
was
the time.
when like
and
the
stuff.
full QWERTY keyboard was a cool feature, you know?
where they were copying like BlackBerry and stuff like that,
Exactly,
which
yeah.
was really cool.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry had the full QWERTY keyboard, and then they went to like the two touch.
The
QWERTY
Pearl,
keyboard.
yeah, and
Oh,
that's
the
what I
Pearl.
had too.
I like the Pearl. The Pearl
I
was
really
cool.
enjoyed my Pearl because it was one of the first ones, also like smaller phones that still had a 3.5 millimeter jack, and that's the reason why I had BlackBerry for so long. Is that you can actually listen to your music on there and slap a SD card in there, and you had an actual full-fledged MP3 player and a cell phone, which was incredible because I didn't have a data plan on there.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Same.
yeah. to have an actual full MP3 player back then at the time was just,
Especially expandable.
Well, I mean,
Right.
around that time, the iPods were reigning king. But I didn't have an iPod. I had,
I had-
still
I
not-
had-
I had this like it was a little miniature brick that
Yeah,
Yes!
1 gigabyte.
Yeah.
Were you talking about the one that looked like the USB drive, the old shuffle?
Yeah, that's what I.
No,
I
no,
don't
I
know.
it
had
was
the
a shuffle.
USB
I didn't
stick
have
one
a-
where you popped off the
Yeah.
bottom and it had
Yeah,
like the
you
USB.
stuck it
I
in.
didn't
Yeah.
even no. I didn't even have a shuffle. I had like
Yeah,
like
Scott
if
knows
you
me
take
here.
like a brick like what you would build a house with, but turn that into an MP3 player.
And it had a clip on the back?
no.
Oh.
I don't even know what brand it was.
I had a shuffle,
but it was
like
it
a
was 1
mini one
gigabyte.
like that.
it was Chinese.
Probably. No, because I remember like that Christmas or my birthday or something like that, I asked my parents many times. I was like, "Can I have
Dude.
an iPod mini?" I asked like that was the only thing I asked for, and they gave me the 1 gigabyte MP3 player. Not that I'm like complaining about my parents or anything like that, but no, that's what they gave me.
Bro, no. I'm about to drop a story
Evie's
right
gonna
now.
ask for like whatever the equivalent of that is, and you're just gonna give the weird knockoff brand.
This is no, I got something that can beat you here. All right, listen. So we were at Ross, all right? I was 13 years old. I remember this very well. We were at motherfucking Ross, dude, and we go in there.
where the babies are crying.
Yeah, it's
they have
screaming.
no parents.
Dude, you're like, wow, this is supposed to be a size 30 in pants, and it's like these big old things. And the brand was always FUBU, man. You always had FUBU.
And it's like the apocalypse walking in there, like shit's just thrown in every corner.
I don't want to be a part of the story, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and
God.
go back over to the toy section.
I just realized how
And
much I
was-
don't like Ross now. That you guys talk about it.
The thing was that you could always find maybe a couple of like really shitty computer games back there. So
You
I
always-
went back to the back toy section, and the toy section was just abysmal. And I found something because I'd seen all my friends at school and like classmates have like their like little earbuds in and stuff. And for some reason, I wasn't as big into music until I was about 13. I just did not discover it until later in life. And I find
know
what
that
was
feels.
a a MP3 player, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be great. I'm going to go ahead and ask if my mom can go ahead and buy it. Now, keep in mind, this MP3 player didn't have the actual amount of gigabytes on there. No, it showed the amount of time that you could have on there, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, time, that's fine. So my mom's like, all right, we'll go ahead and buy it for you. That's great. So I get home, I unbox, I pop the batteries in there because, of course, it used like 2 AA batteries that were disposable because it was back then. And lo and behold, there was no SD card, no anything like that. It was literally an MP3 player with a 3.5 millimeter jack on the side. And what you did is you recorded music into it, and it played it back for you. And you had about maybe 30 minutes of record time. So I get on the internet, and I go and I find a couple of websites, and I listen to the radio, and I record it. And the first day of school where I'm listening to music in PE class, all right, there's this guy. His name was Eric, all right. This motherfucker was just... we used to be friends whenever we were in elementary school, like whenever we were real young, because I moved out of Georgia and then moved back to Georgia. And he had just become like a total fucking dickhead by then. We're sitting there in the bleachers. We're all listening to music. Everybody's got their iPods, but I had my janky-ass little thing. And they go, dude, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's like my MP3 player. He's like, that's not an MP3 player. That's like an MP1 player, MP2 player. And I was like, I was
just so hard.
I was roasted so hard. I felt so heartbroken. I was like, man, but no, listen, you guys have to fucking download your music from, like, the internet and stuff like that. I can record mine from the radio, dude. I can record this motherfucker from the radio and get free music.
So you were trying to justify it?
You could hijack other people's MP3s.
Exactly, and record theirs. And they mocked me for it, but then I would sit there and I'd be like, hey, man, can I hear this song? And I'd just pop it in there and just be like, hold on, I'm still listening.
No, my MP3 player, like, while I could upload songs to it, like, through the computer, it had a similar function. But the way it worked was it was a special cable that was a 3.5 millimeter on one side that I plug into, like, a headphone jack or something like that. But the other end that went into the MP3 player was a 2.5 millimeter.
Oh,
jack.
so literally a microphone adapter.
Pretty much something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
The old school microphones.
I had this little, I don't know what it was. It was an MP3 player, a little orange thing, and it was for kids, obviously. But this is right after my iPod Touch broke.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm just going to use this because, like, I guess my mom just got it. I don't know where the hell she got this.
Wait, did we have the same MP3 player? The orange thing?
It was like this little orange round thing. It had a screen on it, but it was like a LED.
Yeah, black and white. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did it have, like, a little jack that popped out on the side?
Yeah.
We might have had the same MP3 player,
That's
dude.
weird, man.
You mean MP1 player?
MP1 player.
But so I was at a chiropractor's office, right? Right? And, like, there was this girl in front of me who was sitting me, and I was like, oh, this girl's pretty cute, whatever. And I didn't realize that, like, how stupid I looked, me being, like, me, holding this little thing for kids, this little orange MP3 player in my hand, and I had to keep holding down on the jack because it wouldn't play properly because the headphone jack was broken. So she turns around and she's looking at what I have. I'm just like looking at her and I have this little stupid thing in my hands. And she just kind of looks at me and she's just like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's the MP3 player." She's like, and I was like, "Oh."
The most hurtful thing you could say to somebody
And
with
after
a
that,
shitty
after that,
MP3
I got
player in
a-
that age.
I think after that, that's when after that I started using SoundCloud on my phone or something like that. I don't remember what I did after that, but I remember it was like, oh, apps, oh, music, and I was like, oh, okay. And I started using my phone.
I do remember when I was like really
Dude,
young.
I did not have apps in those days.
I don't know what I did after that. I just remember like there was a period where I didn't use MP3 anymore, and then when I was like, phone, and I just because this is my MP3, MP4, whatever I want to listen to streaming thing now, like the smartphone.
Of course, everybody.
Well,
So-
see, I went from that MP3 player, and the weird thing about that was the order you loaded the songs on was the order that the songs would play in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was always the same order. And then after that, I moved up to a 64 gigabyte
Nano?
iPod Touch.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess an iPod Touch 2, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it was. Yeah, and so, yeah, I had like 2,000 or 3,000 songs when I had that.
Dang.
From like the maybe 40 or 30 songs.
Yeah, I remember my
had.
first iPod video. That was crazy stuff.
I had an iPod video, but before that, I had an iPod Shuffle. And
See,
it was,
Yeah, my
went
shuffles.
straight
Love
to
the shuffle.
touch.
yeah, it was the Shuffle I had was the small one with the clip, and I
I had one of those.
It was before I was super into music, and it was stuff that I like ended up liking later on in life, but it was weird because I didn't know what the bands were or what the songs were, and so I had to wait. Yeah, because like
there was no screen, so you couldn't figure out what you loaded on.
Exactly, I couldn't figure out what I was listening to, and so I had to wait until I got that iPod video to be like, oh, that's what this is. This is who this is. Okay, I'm gonna check him out more. And yeah, so.
No, I used to walk around with a phone and an iPod Touch in high school.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not
I remember
iPod
that.
Touch,
I remember
but,
that those
MP3
days.
plus phone is.
Yeah, MP3 and a phone. I had a Nokia with like the lights on all four like sides. Of
I had a Razer flip phone and an
You
iPod
had a
Shuffle.
Razer?
Yeah, I had
had a Razer, dude.
too, and I had that iPod Touch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I had a Razer. Dude.
I rocked
some
the
generic
iPod video for
He had
the
a
longest
Razer.
time. Like my brother got I think the first generation iPod Touch. He got one of those, and I had the iPod video for the longest time until he finally got rid of that. Maybe he got an iPhone or something, but I inherited his iPod Touch. And that was pretty cool. But like the thing was like my iPod video had 30 gigabytes of storage, and his iPod Touch only had like 4 or 8
Yeah.
gigabytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when I bought my
Back when they had
Touch-
the little hard drives in them, and you'd
Yeah.
feel them spin up.
Yeah,
back when I bought my Touch, I was like, I'm gonna get as much as I can, and then I got screwed over when I ended up buying my first iPhone because I went from 64 gigabyte down to 16 with the iPhone 5, and God, that was
I think I only
That
had
sounds terrible.
that was
I
actually
think I only
kind
had
of
4 or 8.
Yeah,
on
the
my
last
first iPhone.
the last iDevice that I ever had was that iPod 2 video, and it had like 4 gigs.
see, and that's what actually ended up pushing me into podcasts. I like stopped listening to music because I couldn't say like I had I had like 3,000 songs.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold that much, or else my phone would just mess up.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst thing.
I felt like a hacker when I figured out when my first MP3 player, I was like, I can make a playlist by making just a folder with all the songs that went on the playlist.
Yeah, buddy. Those were incredible days.
What the hell?
They were credible.
Incredible days.
Oh, okay.
All right, so are we gonna move to the next topic?
Sure.
Or-
I think we've all gone around and talked about our dead technologies.
I didn't talk about my dead technology.
Yeah, you did. It was a MP3 player. No, it wasn't. You said something, didn't you?
See, nobody.
Can anyone remember?
wait, Zach, you can talk?
I love that so much.
Next topic, please.
That's my favorite troll thing ever. Like the whole room's talking, you're like, whoa, like what? Like you can talk. I don't know why. I just love that. Anyways, I wanted to go over the whole Facebook.
No, wait, hang on. What was your dead technology?
Huh?
What was your dead technology?
Dead technology. When were we talking about dead technologies, dude? What I want to talk about is dead topics on podcasts.
on
Podcast?
Podcast.
Dead
Dude, that's one
topics
thing
on
that's actually
podcasts.
it's
Come on.
bod. It's bod. You know that spray bod they used to put it in Game Informer magazines.
Is
Is that dead? Is that technology? Because it's dead.
Everything is technology.
Yeah,
All right,
you
dead
don't- you don't-
technology DVDs, but I think that ties into
But
CDs.
CDs. I mean, like, okay, I don't think you can really. Yeah. I don't know if you can really call DVDs dead though, because I mean, like, the DVDs have just evolved into Blu-ray and now 4K Blu-rays.
I think 4K is gonna die. No, I don't think 4K is gonna die. 4K is
4K
kinda
is
cool.
going to die, and it's going to be replaced by 8K.
Just
yeah, or Ultra 4K.
We have
Ultra
some
4K.
comments.
There's some comments.
We have what? We have comments?
What are they
Don't read the one I. What does it say, Bobby? Read it.
Who's Rachel Elizabeth Masters?
I have no idea.
No, don't. No, go start at that one right there. The fourth one.
The fourth one.
Yeah, or the third one.
The
The
third
fourth
one.
one.
Oh, Darius says Razor Gang.
And then what does he say after that?
He says, "Where's the shots?" And I say, "They in the drink."
They are in the drink.
Wait,
They're
is
in our
that
bodies?
You
now.
said Darius?
Darius Green.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. What's up, Darius?
Hey Darius,
I
what's
don't
up,
know
man?
who this
Miss you,
person
man.
is.
Love you.
He's
Shouts
an
out.
old buddy, man.
He's an old friend.
He goes, yeah, you do. Shout out to Darius, man. Shout out to Darius.
Shout out to Blockbuster.
Shout out to fucking Blockbuster RIP.
Pour one out for Blockbuster.
All right, right on the.
Shouts out to all the ghost technology.
No,
you
just
spoke of.
kill off my laptop.
Yeah, just gunk it up.
Evie already did that for
It's
us.
impressive.
All
No,
right.
what is it?
Next topic. Come on, let's hit the shit.
Yeah, let's next topic. So, Facebook. Mm-hmm. We might not have Facebook anymore because He got in trouble.
Well,
If
now
you've
hang
been
on.
anywhere-
He was called out for being a lizard person, and you know what?
That's true.
Mark has always been a lizard person.
Hey,
I don't care what people
I don't-
say. We all
I
saw
don't-
the
hey,
Social Network.
we can't-
He is Lizard Man.
All right, now,
He is-
hang on.
Okay,
Here's the
so
thing.
what actually happened?
Explain the full.
What actually happened?
Okay, so I think the long and the short of it is that there was this.
Wait, how can you do the long and short? Isn't that the medium?
Shut up. There was this firm called Cambridge Analytica.
Cambridge Analytica.
That seems to be collecting data, and like they used it
on
for,
me.
Well, like they sold the data basically to Republican
Well,
candidates.
they're like collecting data in such a way that they're
Here's the
targeting
thing.
specific people, and then from there targeting the friends of those people, and that's how they.
Here's what the
actually-
Facebook scandal arose from. Basically, Facebook is very loose with how it handles its data, and so it can sell its data to a researcher. That it has written down in its, I don't know, company
Terms and
policy.
conditions.
well, not just that, but if I understand correctly, they used a
So-
bunch of phished accounts.
Sure.
Well, but
Um,
it's
So hold on, let me finish real quick.
Yeah, go for
So the thing is that they don't track what happens to that data after they sell it to the researchers. So that's how Cambridge Analytica came to be in possession of over 50 million, I think, hacked accounts or whatever, the data from those, not hacked accounts, but 50
Fish
million
accounts.
accounts, Facebook accounts. So that's what the real scandal is.
and not even accounts, but also groups.
Yeah, all of that. So Facebook.
So basically, they
hadn't been
want you
tracking-
to friend this fish account to then have access to any of the data you have.
Yeah.
Made.
But
I guess
And then they
available.
build group accounts or groups based upon that. And it's kind of like how after you've analyzed a certain sample set, that people will then start. It's kind of like the mommy Facebook groups and stuff like that, and how it propagates a certain mentality, because you notice they are all the same no matter what city you go to. They find what is a stereotype that they can run on, and then they feed to the stereotype. It's as simple
Right,
as that.
Exactly.
Well, the main thing is what the customers of this analytics firm was. They collected all this data, but then they sold the data and let the data be used by, namely some Republican candidates that use the election data, or not election data. I'm sorry, the users' data to build their plans for how to win their elections, which apparently was a big thing of how Donald Trump also kind of won the election. They used a lot
It's
of
like
that
the
data.
Sam's and Costco of social engineering. You can buy in bulk.
That's
Yeah,
buy in bulk.
that's
and
what
I
happened.
think actually Trump was actually getting his whole campaign, just how they did it was getting investigated for that, because if there's like something in there where it's like, hey, you actually can't do that.
Yeah.
So
but
no.
like the thing is now of course there's a big uproar. It's like, oh, Facebook wasn't safe with our data, and all of our data went out, all that regardless of like how Facebook's terms are written, where you're basically already signing off that all your data is free reign
Yeah,
for
it's
them.
completely free
so
reign.
that's one thing. But everybody's saying, oh, I'm going to shut down my Facebook. I'm not going to
Doesn't
use
matter.
Facebook. The thing is that Facebook is so ingrained into society now. That's not going to matter.
They have partnerships.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not going to be enough people that are going to quit using Facebook for this to really matter. Facebook's still going to be a very
And
prevalent
that's
thing.
ultimately why I haven't deleted mine, because it doesn't matter.
yeah, it is like if 100,000 people left today, nothing's gonna
That's-
happen.
The thing is
that's
that
not
your
even a
My
job
profile's
base.
already
Yeah.
built. My profile's built on Google. My profile's built on probably
Yeah,
Instagram.
I
Twitter,
am on
Facebook,
the internet right now,
Reddit,
so
Reddit even like.
And that's the thing, is that as soon as you disconnect from Facebook at this point in time, since it's so ingrained, you disconnect from society, and it's an unfortunate thing. And I don't think that there is
South
any
Park did the whole thing about that. Is like, what's her name? Eric's girlfriend. She ended up.
It's not
Getting
Wendy,
complete-
right?
South Park was ahead of their time in that episode.
Yeah, because
Oh,
she
yeah. Which is
completely
crazy.
deletes her Facebook or whatever, or she deletes all of her social media, and it's like,
Oh, there was that one too. I was thinking of the one where like Stan gets sucked into Facebook.
oh no, it was Eric's girlfriend.
she was an ad.
Yes, but she ends up
Are you an ad?
she ends up deleting all of her social media. So people are like, "Who are you again?" or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, you're thinking of like Jimmy's girlfriend.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the
yeah.
ad.
She was in that. Yeah, you're
But
right.
yeah, there was
Oh, God,
Eric's
yeah.
girlfriend who like threw away her phone or something like that, and then Eric did it too.
That's God. They're so ahead of their time. They stayed relevant, but also ahead.
Yeah,
How?
because like, I feel like the one where Stan gets sucked into Facebook was also ahead of its
Do you
time.
Do you think South Park owns Cambridge Analytica?
No, dude, they're insightful. They're insightful.
No,
they make
man.
a lot of commentary that's very
Conspiracy.
insightful.
No, you're right.
Stan poker grandma?
Something they're known for, I feel like.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
speaking of people deleting Facebook. I mentioned this to you guys in the chat, but just for all our listeners, SpaceX deleted their Facebook account.
I saw that today, and
Yeah.
I think they
Tesla
deleted
As
their
well as
Instagram
boring.
too.
Yeah, oh, I
company.
don't know.
No, they didn't. I'm sorry. They deleted. Yeah, like the thread that I saw. Believe it or not, I saw it on Mad Lads on Reddit. And somebody was like, "Oh my god, he actually did it." But like somebody was like, "Elon, are you going to delete your Facebook or something like that?" And he's like, "What's Facebook?" Like somebody said something else, and he like Elon was like, "I didn't even know we had a Facebook. It looks pretty dumb," or something like that. And then I guess he said he deleted it or something like that. And like somebody posts up the screenshot of it being gone. They're like, "Oh my god, he actually did it."
He did it. He did it.
But then like a lot of people were replying like, "Why aren't you going to delete your Instagram? It's owned by Facebook too."
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. The Mad Lad actually did it.
He did do it.
So basically,
Mad
everyone,
lads.
it doesn't matter. Just let you know that your data is probably
Yeah, even if you
Leaked?
delete, even if you delete today, it's going to be a unheard protest. Your data's
Yeah,
already
but-
gone.
Well, the thing is, like, whenever you delete your Facebook,
It doesn't delete.
It doesn't delete it. They still have it.
They hang
do
on to
still have
everything.
it.
They hang on to
Exactly.
everything. So
Yeah.
once everything you put on Facebook, even if it's a mistake as a kid, like you said a bad word or something like that, it's on there.
Yeah. So,
The big takeaway, I feel like, is
Jesse Stouffer and his expire.
Yeah.
Do
I'm not gonna reel him
log.
We love you, Jesse.
Shut
All right,
up.
the big takeaway though from this is if you haven't heard of Cambridge Analytica and you haven't looked it up, go and give it a Google.
Hey, do you guys think that their security is less than Facebook's?
Cambridge Analytica?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think that
we
they
can't
probably
know that
about
for
the
sure.
same. And
They're-
the thing is that they were unknown, so it's not as
Exactly.
easy as a
So-
target.
And that's
But now
why it
they're
is
known.
actually more secure, I would say.
But now they're more known.
So guess what? The animate or the what would the term for that be? The unknownness of
security
it.
by obscurity.
Yeah, security by obscurity has now been lost. Thank you.
that's that. That's
And-
I
like,
mean,
uh,
that's one thing, but I mean, you can kind of go both ways about this because on one thing, they kind of had their plan of plausible deniability that they like talked about already. They're like, if somebody asks you about us, you don't know something like that, and like if someone asks us about you, we'll say we never talked to you or anything like
They
that.
use exploding emails too.
Yeah, they use a destructive email service.
What, like a temp email or?
Yeah,
Well,
like,
so
it's
you
an email service that like after a period of time, once they've read the emails just get destroyed.
Yeah.
There's no record of them anymore. But they were also kind of like the way that we know about all this is that they were found out by like a reporter that like
Undercover.
posed, undercover reporter that posed as a potential customer.
Right.
yo, that's crazy. We should have
Yeah.
more people like that. So WikiLeaks won't be.
That's why
hacked
it's
anymore.
called investigative reporting.
Yeah. Super awesome
Investigative
display
Hey,
by Channel 4.
how can I do that?
You go work for.
You got to be a hacker, man.
You know what? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
are we ready to review? Have we
No.
hit that?
I mean, we're only like 46 minutes in.
So we got another.
Let's
15
go ahead
minutes. Let's play. Let's play. Would you rather?
We don't have it set up.
No, we don't have it set up. I'm just joking. You should look at Brad. Just kidding. He was like, "Boy,
I'd love to, but if I had known that beforehand, we could have.
I'm sorry."
Let's keep it short today.
I
We've had
mean-
plenty of times where we've gone
Well,
way over.
okay. Here's how we'll make it up. Let's review the London Lemonade as well.
I mean, if you want, I might be able to.
Let's,
pull up.
let's all review.
before-
Let's all review something we don't have yet, which is we're not probably not going to get, which is the Mac Pro. Let's review that. What do you guys think about the Mac Pro?
No.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
so disconnected from the
I think
ecosystem.
I
I couldn't.
think that's actually going to die too. The
The
whole
Mac
the design
Pro?
for it,
Like,
the Mac
oh,
Pro,
well.
the big cylinder computer that no one uses.
Yeah, it's already dead. They replaced it with the iMac Pro.
There you go. See, I was right.
With the iMac Pro, though.
Uh-oh.
hang
What do
on
you
a
guys
sec.
think
Hang on,
about,
hang on,
like-
hang on, wait, sorry.
What do you guys think about computers that are like
Hang on.
so
Just-
portable but like really
Oh
powerful?
my god.
Nobody can hear you right now. Something happened.
Hey, what's F sharp?
It's okay. We're still podcasting.
As well.
I mean, if you want, I might be
F-sharp?
able to
Let's
pull up.
let's all review.
before-
Let's all review something we don't have yet, which is or we're not probably not going to get. Which,
So disconnected from the
I think
ecosystem.
that I think that's actually going to die too. The whole
Mac
the design
Pro?
for it,
Like,
the Mac
oh,
Pro,
well.
the big cylinder computer that no.
Well, as I said earlier before we got cut off, No, it did die. The iMac Pro is here, which if you've ever seen it,
So I was right.
yeah, you're right. But it's badass. Have you ever seen the iMac Pro?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
So okay, so take that the regular iMac,
Let's go ahead and review the.
the iMac, and then make it space gray like this laptop you see before you.
Uh-huh.
I actually really like that color. I'm not gonna lie.
It's dope as fuck.
You're dope as fuck.
It's like
Nice.
really badass looking.
You're really
the
badass
downside is
You don't have a downside.
that thing starts at $5,000.
Wow.
$5,000.
Good old.
I think they
5G
shot
is
for.
Jeez,
I think
man.
they shot for form over function
Wow.
with that computer.
No, I can't remember the specs. But
Well, that's the main
the specs
criticism.
on
of
it
a
That's
lot
why you're
of Mac
ridiculous.
products.
are ridiculous.
But it's like, why would you need that? You can't game on it.
So
Because it's
well,
Apple.
it's people that are
It's
doing
beautiful.
like people
Video
that are doing like
mastering.
video editing and like just things that
You
do a
can
lot
video
of
edit on
rendering.
Windows.
It's a very powerful rendering machine.
But can you play
You can also
video
do that
games
on
on it?
Windows.
I mean, you could. Like the thing is that they're sticking.
It's like gaming on a Pascal graphics card.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing is that they're sticking like really badass graphics cards in there, like two badass
You can buy
graphics
a
cards in
badass
there.
graphics card and put it on
But
Windows.
the thing is that you'll be running Mac still, so you won't really, have a ton of games.
So the
Just Google
games
it.
aren't
You
really
can boot
written.
camp it, I guess.
Yeah, I'd boot camp it.
Boot camp it.
So you're
But I
going to
would
be
pay
using
five.
Windows.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pay $5
Yeah,
grand for
but
it.
I'd rather build a fucking PC.
Dude, I'll just Steam Link that shit and just play it like that. Come on now.
That's actually badass.
That's what I do all the time. I have two
Wait.
MacBooks, and I use my gaming rig as my primary, and then I just bought a really badass wireless router so I can sit there and play whatever game I feel like in my bedroom with my controller attached to it. It's perfect.
Zach, you a smart man.
No, I'm not. I'm lazy.
You can be lazy and smart.
Well, the smartest people are
Engineers.
lazy.
That's true. I'm super lazy.
yeah.
Or the
not very
laziest
smart,
people
though.
are smart.
Wait a minute.
The thing is that no
that
matter
work both
how
ways?
you want to go ahead and cut it up, a lot of people talk shit about MacBooks in regards
Oh, they're
to
awesome.
like
I have a
their
MacBook.
in regards to like their gaming prowess. But you know what, dude?
I mean,
here's the deal:
You
is
don't
that
buy
my-
a MacBook for gaming.
no, of course not. But here's
Very
the thing,
true.
though, is that
But
I think that a
people
MacBook
buy
is
gaming
perfect
for
for
a
gaming
MacBook.
because you have a perfect. You always have the latest and up to date. All right, NIC card, wireless NIC card. You always are going to have AC, dual band, all that other stuff. And you're going to always have a really great battery life attached to it, a awesome screen, because I think the Retina display is perfect. As long as you have a decent computer that is connected via wire to your router, you're going to be able to play whatever game you want to play.
So what you're telling me is I have to buy a really expensive MacBook and then build a really expensive PC
No.
to get a perfect laptop gaming computer.
You got to be rich.
You got to be rich, bro. No, you can have a cheap ass MacBook and a really awesome tower. That's what I do because I don't even have my tower in my office. I
A
use
cheap ass MacBook is going to have a bad screen.
what?
But
The,
can-
the
but-
cheapest MacBooks do not have Retina screens.
All right, so a little bit less than the cheapest MacBook. All right,
You mean more?
Isn't Retina just
a little bit
Samsung?
more.
Cheap is more.
Isn't Retina just like a Samsung screen?
I don't know.
It is technically because
I
Apple
actually don't
doesn't
know.
actually.
Samsung
I
screens
kind
on,
of go
like,
by
iPhone
their
X.
Yeah.
resolution and the DPS is what I go by. The resolution.
Well,
and
the
DPS.
thing
Man,
is
okay,
that
I
Retina
saw one of those
displays
like
are
stupid
displayed
ass
by- or built
memes
by-
that's like trying to attack the iPhones
It's
by
just
using
funny.
by being like, oh look, the iPhone is finally catching up with the Android and all that shit. Somebody was like, oh look, now you've got a Samsung screen. That's Android technology. That's not
Oh my
fucking
God.
Android technology.
Who said that?
Who said that?
It was a fucking meme that was like, oh, you caught up with Android in this category. Now you have this Android feature. Now you have
Oh,
this.
God.
And the last point was, oh, like look at the screen on the iPhone X. You know what? That's a Samsung screen. That's Android
It's
technology.
always been a Samsung screen. Samsung also makes
Nah,
refrigerators.
it was sharp for a period of time.
It was sharp.
for a short period of time, but the thing is that Samsung has the better manufacturing. And that was always the thing. That's why
It's the first OLED screen that's
person
been
was
allowed
trolling.
into an iPhone. That's why it's Android technology.
Dude, can you imagine when we have like 6K screens on our phones?
dude, I don't even want to
Your phone is going to
I
be
can't even
super
think about
big.
that.
my thing is that I just want them to build a better battery. I mean, in all
yeah,
honesty,
honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's not Razer, it's not a gaming phone.
Jesus
Six,
Christ.
120,
Who said that?
Razer.
Who said that?
Refresh, 120
Razer
hertz.
had-
Oh yeah, they
phone.
said that. They did. You know what?
120
I remember
hertz refresh
that.
rate?
They tried to bring the Razer back. No, fuck. No, what the shit?
I mean, it's a different kind of razor.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's RAZR.
Yeah, you had the Razor flip phone that was RAZR.
And you got the phone.
And now you got the Razor phone that's RAZER.
Or the razor, I guess.
Why can't anybody spell razor right?
Because the further we get into the 2000s,
like
the dumber
laser.
we get.
But I mean, it's like razor, like, you know, raze this building to the ground.
What?
Dude, I don't even want
You
to
mean
hear this
destroying
shit.
it to the ground?
Well, I mean, like that's what raze means.
Yeah.
Yeah, blowing into your eyeballs.
And Zach, so what did you think of the London Lemonade?
I thought it was fantastic. Before tonight's cast, we all had London Lemonades, which is a mixture
gin drink.
between basically lemon juice, gin, and tonic, correct?
And simple syrup.
And simple syrup.
Yeah, we had a
Fantastically made by our resident bartender, Mr. Scotty Too Hottie over here.
and Gordon Ramsay. Don't forget Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay was in here as well. Not really,
He
but
screamed at all of us and made us all look like fools.
He threw our drinks in the
Dude,
trash.
you know how scared it'd be if Gordon Ramsay just came out of that room right there? He's like, I didn't make anything. I'd be like,
dude, that'd be a terrifying realization.
I'd probably run. I'm
He'd
not
probably
joking.
kick a soccer ball into our heads and tell us that we're stupid.
Where's the lamb?
He threw our glasses in the trash and watched them shatter, as well as our dreams.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
So, do we need to also speak about the root beer float, or
I
should
think
I
we'll
go ahead
come
and
back
continue?
around.
We'll go back around. We'll do it the good
Yeah.
old-fashioned way. Do the first one first and the second one second.
What's your number?
Perfect.
What's your
The
number?
London Limeade or Lemonade. Which one do you want to call
Lemonade.
it? Lemonade? Okay. The London Lemonade was fantastic. I think that it was very flavorful, very refreshing. It is the perfect drink for spring. I think it is gin season right now.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
go ahead and declare that in my calendar. So, anyways, I would give it, a solid 8 out of 10.
Dope.
Cool.
All right.
Joseph?
So yeah, I really enjoyed that London Lemonade, and I've recently acquired a new appreciation for gin. Like in general, it's very like floral and very, I don't know, it's good. So I liked it. It had a good flavor, good lemon, good. Scott pointed out the dryness to me, which like I kind of attributed it to the acidity, but the more I thought about it, the dryness definitely was from the gin, and it was good. I want to give this an 8.5 because it was delicious. And I enjoyed it.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I guess just a little bit about gin is, a lot of bartenders, whenever they meet people who drink a lot of vodka, will actually say like, hey, why don't you try a gin? Because it's actually a more interesting vodka.
It's more flavorful.
Right. Exactly. And part of the reason is because they use juniper berries and as well as, every, I guess, gin company is going to have their own set of spices that they put into it. So that's what actually kind of makes gin a little bit more unique is you have the juniper, but then no one has the exact same recipe after that. So it's pretty much every gin you have is going to be different and unique. The gin we had tonight was actually from London, so it was a true London dry gin. And yeah, like Zach said, made the London lemonade with lemon juice, gin, fizzy water, and simple syrup. And yeah, I mean, it's good. Like even Zach said, like a good, just refreshing type drink. Kind of similar to a Tom's, if you're
It
thinking
is
in
similar.
that